Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new edition of Forever and a Day Aftershow Season 2. I'm your host, Matthew Preston, and I am joined with...
the one and only, the fabulous Candice Mack. Hello.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are fabulous. And we also have somebody else here. We didn't have to... We already know that you're on, so let's bring him on. Creator of Forever and a Day, Casey Hutchison. Hi, Casey Hutchison.
Hi, how are you guys today?
Doing well. It's like it's been forever and a day since we last saw you.
No, we all... Okay, so...
Take a drink, right?
We all saw
That's
each other
what
last
Tammy
night.
does. Yeah, we did.
There was
Right.
a little bit of a Forever and a Day cast party, which of course is done by Zoom, all done by Zoom, and it was really good to catch up and to see everybody. It really makes you miss everyone.
Yeah,
it does. It had been so long, our listeners probably don't know, but we, wrapped season 2 in mid-December, and we had gone that long without seeing each other. It was so sad, but we reunited.
And
reunited, and it felt so good.
Tomorrow's already March, so that's almost 2.5 months.
No.
Wow.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. So Casey, tell us, what are we going to expect from season 2 of Forever Day? And also, by the way, so we already know, we don't have to ask you, like, what is your inspiration for Forever and a Day? Which I do have some questions about that. However, but what are we to expect for season 2?
Well, I can't reveal too much, of course.
You never do.
Never do.
Especially when I'm around.
Yes, especially when Candice is around. But yeah, we return with new episodes tomorrow. As everybody knew, we took the Friday off. And I think, judging by the promo we put out, you can expect everything it says. There will be a shocking twist in Monday's episode, something that is very unexpected. New relationships will begin. We see Leslie and Alex from the promo, and even in the show, they're kind of on the out, so relationships will be put to the test. But I think the biggest preview I can give is that, judging by the episode that last aired, Mondays, where we're in the cliffhanger of, did Emma survive her postpartum hemorrhage, which I know we'll get into.
We will.
We're on the train now. The train is going full speed ahead. It's an Amtrak. We're just headed for the rest of the season. We're going. The foundation has been laid for our season 2 plots. Our listeners know what those season 2 plots are. And from Monday's episode going forward, get ready. Fasten your seatbelts. It's full steam ahead.
We definitely cannot wait for that. And this is something that I want to ask, I guess, the both of you. So, of course, we know that you both love soaps. And I'm not talking, bar soap. I'm not talking, detergent, lotion, soap.
I prefer,
me too, right? Yeah.
So let me ask the both of you, I guess, what are your top soap operas that you grew up watching?
Oh my God, how do you pick? Well, my number one, like the one that has my heart, we all, as a soap fan, you do latch on to one. Even though you see, many, you do latch on to one. And for me, that's The Young and the Restless. Wyandar's always up in my house. I've seen the good, the bad, the terrible, the horrific. But for most of my time viewing, it has been great and it has been good. And, I've been watching that show since I was 6 years old, when I didn't know what was really going on at all.
Same here.
So Wyandotte, I was a huge All My Children fan. All My Children was actually the first soap I ever saw. And I fell in love with the grande dame of soap, Susan Lucci. So probably Wyandotte, if I had to pick 5, Wyandotte, All My Children. I adored One Life to Live. For the last 2, Oh gosh, that's so hard. As the World Turns, I loved. And then Days of Our Lives. You know, Days of Our Lives is just one of those shows where kind of anything goes because it's such a wacky, cluster, and it's just so much fun to watch. Days is truly that fun soap, that entertaining soap. But as for all the ones I've seen, they all hold a special place in my heart at some point. But if I had to narrow it down to 5, it would be those 5.
And Candice, I already know two words I can say. Wait, how about this? I'll say it and then you can mouth it. Okay, you can like mimic. You ready? 1, 2, 3. Guiding light. Okay, that was on delay. We were on delay with that, but I know that you are a huge Guiding Light fan.
I am such a huge Guiding Light. I don't even think anybody who doesn't even know, like, if you could be living in another country and whatnot, and you should know that Guiding Light is my favorite. So that was the one that was introduced to me by my great grandmother, and it holds a special place in my heart because it was, as well as all these soaps, multi-generational thing. Our great grandparents, our grandparents, our moms, dads, uncles, we can remember a time where we were with them and we would see a certain character. We all was there. Well, some of us was there when Victor and Nikki got married the first time around. We were there when, Reva drove off the cliff in Florida Keys. So
Come on, Candice, you gotta say it. I'm coming, bud.
I'm coming, bud. I mean, it really holds, and Guiding Light was one of the only soaps that kind of, I mean, I know you talked about Days, but they also kind of went out there. Need I say the cloning storyline, which, some people will still say was very, but I was like, yay, because it actually played into science, and I'm a science geek. So definitely Guiding Light. The second one, it's Loving.
Okay.
Loving. I love Loving because especially the murder mysteries. Let me tell you that if you've never seen Loving Murder Mysteries, you need to, I don't know if it's still available or whatnot, but that was creativity to the T.
Because they weren't afraid. They were really killing off legacy characters.
They were killing off people that started on the first episode.
Yeah.
Like, and it didn't matter. And what was interesting is it didn't matter when they started. They were killing characters off and not bringing them back to life. So and not only that, but the song, Look Into My Eyes. Okay, we don't have the rights to that, but
I was gonna say, I don't think Channel TV could pay for that.
We don't have, so I just sung a little bit, but it was very
Johnny Mathis gets expensive.
Right. It was very interesting. Third, I don't think this shocks anybody, As the World Turns.
Yes.
I mean, that was another soap that was introduced to me by my great grandmother. 4.
I'm gonna give you 3. How about that? That's all. I'm just gonna give you 3.
Yeah, thank you. Okay.
So because this is the perfect segue for our new, because we like to play games here on the Aftershow season 2, as you see. So Casey, we're gonna give you a game, and it's called Forever or a Nay.
Oh God. Okay.
And this is how the game works. So I'm a writer, okay, for Forever and a Day, the show that we currently are starring on and participating in. So Candice, you are a writer on the show, which is great, but we want to pitch you, the creator, some plots, we'll say, and you have to say forever means you like it and you're going to go for it, or a nay, which means bye-bye, down the drain. And maybe, just maybe, they might have come from some daytime soaps already.
Oh God, no.
Are you ready? And also, I do want to preface something. And I say this every episode that we do this, is that I don't read the scripts that we get. I only read my scenes. So if I say something that actually does happen, you owe me money. I don't write royalties. But that's just me taking a guess because I don't know. But are you ready for the first one that I thought of?
Go for it.
Okay. Gooner, as Mama Lou likes to call him, Gooner enlists Andrew's help into cloning Emma by having Emma come off as a character who seduces Jonah. Forever or a nay?
Nay.
I thought that was quite creative.
Oh, well, good
Okay.
for you.
I have one. Okay. Casey, forever or nay?
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
Okay. We come to find out that Jonah has to have emergency surgery and he needs blood to survive. We find out that Gunner is his half brother. Forever or nay?
Well, those have never really been my favorite stories because I didn't like when they went there with Catherine and Jill with the whole mom-daughter thing. Now, is the surgery, is it like the surgery on Passions where Eve sewed Julian's penis on backwards? Or
No, no.
Oh my God.
What kind of surgery are we talking here? How long can we milk the recovery?
We can milk it. I don't know. And you're the writer. I don't know.
Is this a nay? I'm hearing this is a nay.
I'm hearing this might be a forever.
Let's say this. If we were on so long that we ran out of storyline, I would consider it. I'm going to fall in the middle, you know? Is there a middle
for
part?
nay?
You know?
Is it for nay? For nay.
For nay, yes.
For nay.
Okay,
For
okay.
nay.
Here's my other plot for you that I think that you're gonna like. So Isaac starts to frequent the Tasty Bean a little bit more and starts getting a little bit sweeter with everyone's favorite Lenore. Lenore sees that Isaac is still hung up on poor old Stephanie. So Lenore, because she is Sky's mother, decides to slip a little potion into Isaac's coffee to make him see Lenore and only Lenore. Forever or a nay?
So
this
now
is this my lives.
Yeah, now we're diving into James E. Riley here. If we were that kind of show, then forever.
Okay, yeah, there we go. Kind of so there you go. I'm going to count that as a point.
Yeah, I will give it to you if we were that type of show. Yes.
Candice, another plot, please.
I'm just going to go. We found out that Lenore is actually a former ringleader of a sex cult.
I just forever. Oh my God. Cheers to that. Terry would play the hell out of that.
She really would.
I can see Terry as the madam in the long silk robe. You know what
the crazy thing is that somebody is probably thinking, wait a minute, Candice is also a co-head writer. Wait a minute, is that some kind of code? Is something about to happen?
So yes, Candice and I are 50-50 on a lot of things, but I will have you know, I don't think any plots will truly develop on the show, but this is
why it's a fun game. This is why it's a game. Okay, I have one more. I have one more for you, and hopefully you're going to say forever. Stephanie decides to take all her go-go female positive attitude, and she decides to to gather all the ladies of Augustus to decide that they are going to hate men. Very Leanne Love from 1990. And she decides that she's going to expose all the men of Augustus, including Jonah, Isaac, Donovan, everyone. Forever or a nay?
Forever.
Yeah.
I'll give it to you. Forever. It's, Stephanie is kind of living out her Mary Tyler Moore phase right now, isn't she? Like throwing the hat up in the air.
Oh my gosh, I can't.
Candice, do you have another one?
No, I think that was a good one.
There you go. You forfeit. I guess I win. I guess that my plot. I think it was like what, 2 to like 1.5. Was that the score?
2-2. 2-2.
You did get a half
Technically,
point out of me.
Yeah, you got a half point.
Okay, so we're
even.
You did get a half point. You got a 4 nay. Well, thank you for playing Forever or a Nay.
It was my pleasure, Bob Barker.
Oh my God. Listen, it is my dream to either be on a game show, Wheel of Fortune, or to host a game show. So that would be nice.
There you go.
So are you two ready to recap this episode? And it was only one episode.
One episode.
It was a big one.
It was a big one. We have a lot to talk about. So let me pull up my notes. Also, Casey, I want to warn you that my writing is very, what's the word? Scattered, I guess I'll say. So I'm always...
Oh, so the plot lines in your notes for the episodes, they match.
Pretty much. So I may like to call them, again, shout out to Wendy Williams. How you doing?
Oh my gosh.
I'm always messing up kind of like Wendy does. So it's probably going to happen. But let's go to plot number 1. Melanie, there you go. It's already started.
There it is.
Okay.
For Beth Ellers.
Melanie and Donovan have a date. Stephen interrupts. Lest we forget they kissed. Well, there was a flashback to tell you that they did. Melanie slaps some sense into Stephen. Donovan scouts Stephen because Melanie won't leave him. He's making progress because he's saying, hey, she won't leave me, like the other one, Stephanie. Donovan gets Melanie to open up about Stephen, but it leads to them saying the L word. Loving. Love. Let's discuss.
So yeah, there's so many layers to that triangle. And Donovan did end up overhearing Melanie say that she kissed Stephen, later that night at, back at his apartment. He overheard that. And so I think, this triangle is very soapy. And I think Beth is doing a wonderful job. Talk about a woman who hasn't missed a beat acting wise. And then this new guy on the block, Aaron Clark, who I absolutely adore, just matches.
Love him.
Yes. And then you get the creepiness of Michael Carr as Donovan. I mean, what's better than this triangle? So yeah, I think I need to propose a question to the two of you. Do you two think that Stephen actually loves Melanie still after all this time?
Oh, can I take that one? Because I don't know. I would like to say, I mean, the stronger choice is love. Yes, like he is full into it. He really does love her. But does he also love the idea of the riches? Because we've seen this a lot in soap operas. The schemers, they could be schemers of just plotting to get rich, to get rich quick. And why not do it by exposing the truth? So I think it would be interesting to see both.
Yeah, that's interesting.
As a fan of the show, I don't trust him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust him. I want to know more about him because to me, throwing the L word is very sacred, especially when you haven't seen this person for a while. And all of a sudden you're like coming back and you're opening a whole door of memories and feelings. And Melanie is not in a point that she can make those quick judgments. Like she loves her place it is. And there you got even and then like and all that. And it's like very confusing. So I don't know if I should trust him or not. I don't know what his story is. Is he coming from a place, like you said, of being good? Or is there something behind closed doors and it could affect and hurt Melanie? With Donovan, look, Donovan already, as we know, has some issues.
Little cuckoo. Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Little cuckoo.
So I want to see how he is with this guy on his girl, so to speak.
Oh
Even
yeah,
though
he's
I know
gonna
that
like.
other girl.
I mean, I hope
Yeah.
because it's interesting. I bet he's gonna be like, listen, man, I'm gonna send you some messages and some warnings to leave my girl alone, and they're gonna be intense and they're gonna be weird and uncomfortable. And if you don't, then I don't know. Bye bye.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's dangerous, and I cannot wait to see what happens. So next up, we have Alex gets a call. Leslie is curious. Alex cops to admitting to knowing Emma is having her baby, which to no one's surprise, it ticks off Leslie. She pushes Alex away, literally. Leslie rants about Mama Lou's involvement, and she demands the truth. Did Alex sleep with her? Let's talk. You already know I'm clearly by my facial expressions what I'm going to say, because as I've been saying for the past couple of episodes, welcome back, brat. Leslie.
I love Leslie. You know, I am on Leslie's side in this whole thing. And you know what made me on her side as a listener was when she said, you know, have you given cause for Lucinda to believe that, like, you still care about Emma? You know what I mean? And he was basically admitting to it, because he was like, well, I tell her constantly that, you know, I'm in love with you and we're married. And she was like, what does that mean? You know, why do you have to tell her? And so this whole point, I was on Leslie's side the whole time.
Please call on me. Thank you. Hi, I'm right here. I have a question for you. Was Leslie not in contact with Colin?
But, you know, Leslie, you know, she admits to stuff like that to Alex.
Oh, she admits. So as long as she admits it, then
Yeah.
it's okay. And then she's able to, you know, freak out on people.
But, you know, they haven't been in contact like Alex and Emma have. You know, they haven't had sex behind, you know, Alex's back.
But you know they want to.
Leslie,
oh, you know they want to.
I mean, I would feel a certain type of way too. I think I'm 50-50, because let's not forget that, you know, you made a point that Colin and Leslie haven't talked to each other. They're not like kumbaya, because, well, Leslie left Colin. I'm just, you know, it was a Wednesday afternoon at church. Amen. But
Candice always says it was a Wednesday. That's the.
It was a Wednesday because Danielle wasn't at the wedding. Where was Danielle at? Just asking for a friend.
Probably waiting tables.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know, I will have to say something did kind of strike me as scary. I'm gonna go there with this. The scene whenever Alex was trying to like kiss on her and she was saying no, and she literally pushes him away. I was a little nervous because I was like, oh my God, please no, Alex, don't do it. I thought he was going to attack, like not attack her,
like a Roger Holly situation.
Like a Roger situation.
You know, almost.
Now I will tell you,
say that big R word. But I was a little nervous, I was a little scared for that.
So I will tell you that leading up to that, you know, Leslie had this big monologue, you know, about like, oh, you know, we have cars in both of our names, and you know, we have this and that, and I think that, you know, was a great buildup. And by the way, that monologue was written by Emmy Morgan,
Shout out to Emmy,
played the nurse in this episode, and who is an occasional script writer for the show. And yeah, she wrote this beautiful monologue. And you know, when Candice and I first saw it, I think it was one of the best monologues that we had ever seen. Because it was so honest. You know, she was like, look, we're married, and with being married, you know, there's a lot there. And you know, when we do eventually build up to where she's like, you know, no, I don't want you kissing me right now, that doesn't necessarily mean that Leslie and Alex aren't in love with one another. It just means that they've had the biggest fight ever in their relationship yet, and she needs some time. And you know, she mentioned in that episode she's not only dealing with this, but she's dealing with everything at the hotel right now. Can she trust her Uncle Gregory? So Leslie is just so overwhelmed right now. And I think a lot of that bubbled over to the surface with her, thinking, as she puts it, did we flash back to 5.5 months ago just now?
She
Well,
doesn't have a handle on things. That's
Yeah.
the big issue, is that she
Mhm.
doesn't have a handle on everything. She's trying to make things work. She's trying to deal with her father, like you said, the hotel, and then with her merch. Because here's the thing, Alex is not perfect, but I think Leslie wants that.
Yeah.
Like, I think she wants a perfect situation because of how it all went down.
She just
Again,
wants to slow down for once.
she wants some kind of normal.
I think that she needs to go to the Grand Phoenix in Genoa City and get some relax time and recharge so that she can just, get her wits about her.
Or she can just, relax at her own hotel, which in my mind, the set isn't as tacky.
Oh my. If I had a Shade fan right now, clack, clack, clack. Wow. Well,
How you
Candice.
doing?
Oh, Candice, this next how you doing? This next recap I think is perfect for you to read. Do you want to read it? Do you have it?
Yes, I do.
All right, go ahead, give
So-
it to us.
This past episode, we had Colin tell off Gunner at the hospital, okay? Because we all know stuff is happening at the hospital and his water broke. It's like a big moment. Colin's gonna be a dad, you guys.
Woohoo!
But then, there was a certain female who came to the hospital that had some, gifts and everything for the new mom to be and the new parents. And, she was just trying to get an exclusive story for trash.com. But the Harpers kind of chased her out there, like Caitlyn chased her out. Gunner got on her last nerves and pretty much said that if you don't go, I'm going to kick you out myself. And technically speaking, she didn't have a story, but she did flirt a little bit, I think. Then we had Elaine. It was too much going on, so she had to trust her best friend, Boozy.
Boozy Boozerson. Well, something that I wrote in my notes, by the way, Gooner let Danielle know that he let her know that she was trash.com.
And what I love is when the way Brett delivered the line where he says a sorry excuse for Nancy Drew.
Yeah.
I cackled.
Oh, they're getting some good. Y'all are getting some good stuff there.
I
thought it was
Brett
nice.
knows how to deliver that. He knows how to roll his neck in that scene.
Oh yeah. No, I thought it was nice to see the Harpers, even though this whole episode, I must say, was so Harper central, which I will.
I like to point out that I was just glad that Danielle, she remained calm during the situation, even though she wanted to push some people out the way and out the window, but she remained very calm.
I want to see her go off. No, Danielle, I want her I want them to push her button and be like, you know what? I'm just doing my job, people. Okay? You all.
Can we all talk about when Danielle said that hunky son of yours had that baby with that farm girl?
Right?
And that's true. That's true to Danielle, because it's like, okay, here's this girl.
Yes.
Miss EIEIO. And what is she doing? Like, I mean, like, come on now. And like, Colin, wait a minute. I want to actually pitch something real quick.
Oh, is this another Forever Renee?
Yeah, Forever Renee. What if we find out Danielle is really Gunner's long lost daughter?
Oh my
God. Forever and an A.
Is that a 4-nay?
It's a 4-nay.
That was a 4, so it's a half a point.
What a mess.
Not that I'm competitive or anything like that, but let's talk about.
You want Danielle to be Jonah's daughter, long lost daughter?
Oh my God, that would be amazing. I would love that.
Matthew, you are forever the best 30-something grandpa.
the best 35-year-old playing a 55-year-old grandpa.
Yes.
Of course. So let's talk about Boozy Boozerson. like Catherine Chancellor number 3.
Oh God, poor Elaine.
Elaine. By the way, in the notes, I put it
Yeah,
as Elizabeth.
That's why. No,
It said the
the
confrontation.
best.
The confrontation brings Gooner and Elizabeth. No, that's Elaine.
Elaine.
Together, or is that the booze? Is that the vodka, the whiskey, or both?
I love Liz is so amazing. You
She
know,
is.
can we just talk about that first? Like how amazing she is.
Yeah.
And then I love later on where Gunnar does ask, like, where did you go off to? And she's like, oh, I went to the chapel and I just took a walk. Like, what a mess. What a sloppy drunk she is. And I love every moment. You know, Elaine is just such a great character to write for. In my opinion, you know, to have Liz's talents coupled with the story of Elaine, it's like been a dream as a writer.
Yes.
You know, because Candice and I were like, oh my gosh, we get to write for Elaine. And for those of you who haven't seen our season 1 finale after show ever, you know, we did reveal that we searched for Elaine for a very long time.
It really like, forever and a day.
Yes, it was like 6 or 7 different actresses.
Yeah.
And it came down to the wire. And I said to Candice, I was like, look, I found this lady named Elizabeth von Isser, and I was like, I'm gonna give her a call or an email. Just
she already has a soap opera name.
Yes,
exactly.
Elizabeth von Isser. But anyway, she auditioned and she got the part the next day, and within the next week we were doing the table read, and now the rest is history. And you know, now she is showing up and showing out in all the right ways this season.
I have a prediction about Elaine. I think that the booze may push her emotions into a bedroom of Isaac.
Is this another Forever and a?
I think so. No, yeah, or Jonah. Honestly, I would love a Jonah and Elizabeth.
You know what? I'm going to tell you what. Wait a minute. I'll tell you what. I'm going to do this. This is where I'm going to point to you guys that are watching this. If you think that Elaine and Jonah should hook up, let us know in the comments below. Yes, I read the comments. Ex Casey, I read them.
But then let us know. I mean, that would be getting very Days of Our Lives. That would be getting very Bold and Beautiful-ish. Because, you know,
well,
Elaine's daughter is with Jonah's daughter. And
it would be like Capital. It would be like Capital.
Mm-hmm. Little Myrna Clegg, you know?
Yeah.
So
pour one out for the homie.
Well, let's get into the room itself. Dr. Becker pushes Emma to push. She wants Colin. Thank you for that. She wants Colin and Mama Lou not to leave. Sorry, let me read that again. She wants Colin and Mama Lou not to leave because she was like, no, go, no, stay. Emma pushes out Lil Connor. Caitlin is there.
Lil Connor.
This is what I have in my notes.
Lil Connor.
Caitlin is there. Emma alerts Dr. Becker of pains. Emma passes out. She hemorrhages. There's more. There's more. But we will get. Let's discuss that.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Quite a delivery, literally.
Well, you know, first I think, you know, we talked about Melanie earlier, and I loved Gunnar's reaction when he found out what the baby's name was, because nobody knows. Nobody knows what has gone down between Gunnar and Melanie all those years ago. You know, even Elaine believes that Gunnar just called in a favor at an adoption agency, you know, and for that matter, Colin doesn't even know that he was adopted. I mean, there's so much there. And then for Brett to go, whoa, what's his name? And then, Gunnar. And then, look, I've got, you know, Matthew-itis right now. And then,
but Brett delivered it like that.
Yes.
Like, Brett delivered it like that. So.
And then Elaine goes, oh, darling, you know what his name is. Aw.
His
love
name
that scene
is
so much.
Jose Cuervo. I mean, his name is Samuel Adams. I mean,
But yeah, I mean, this is Connor Harper the second, and nobody knows
Yeah.
the reason why. And
I-
I love how juicy that is.
I felt so bad
Mhm.
for Emma though, because she really was going through a lot. She wanted Colin, but then she had Mama Lou there, who's, I guess, giving her some pressure, added pressure. I just love how she delivered.
I love
I
Claire
know, right?
Stadtmuller so much.
Mama Lou.
I
a lot
Claire
for Emma.
just takes the words. Claire Stadtmuller, who plays Lucinda, just takes the words and amplifies them times 1,000. And when you are in a recording session with her, when we're taping that show, it is the best thing in the whole entire world.
It really is. It really is.
Oh my
I
gosh.
can't.
Well, so let's get into it. The big ending. Candice, please tell us about what happens next.
Okay, so the Harpers want to meet the newest addition because who doesn't like to meet a new baby, right? I think we all do. But something happens in Emma's room. We have a cold blue. Like a seriously cold blue. Is she going to be okay? All of a sudden, we hear flatline.
Candice did not do the sound effect for that episode. I just want everybody.
I did not.
He should have.
Look,
we can afford sound effects. I want everybody to know.
Yeah, so pretty much Dr. Becker and it's it's a cold blue. So on Monday's cliffhanger, which you're gonna find out, did Emma make it or R.I.P. Emma?
Well, also shout out to Neville J. Lee, my old co-host.
Yes!
My old co-host from Buzzworthy Radio, and also some co-stars from Rockland County, and I believe he probably guested on Scripts and Scruples as well. He has really, I don't know if it was because of the director or something, but he really upped his acting game, and I'm so proud of him. And
let me tell you, just as a preview, he's got a few more episodes to come.
Oh wow!
There you go.
No, but it was amazing, and I was kind of taken back to. He reminded me of, was it Dr. John from As the World Turns?
John Dixon.
You know, that's what I was getting some shades of, and I thought it was amazing. And that cliffhanger, oh my God, she can't be dead. I mean, she's like one of the, in my opinion, one of the most beloved schemers. At first I was like, I don't really like her, but also I was like, oh my God, no, I do like her because she's just upping everyone's game in this town and calling the shots. And I love how she goes up against Gooner. So no, she can't die. You two can't kill her off.
It's a soap opera. I always say this. It's a soap opera. We've been watching soaps for a long time, and sometimes you don't know. Again, why do you think Loving is one of my favorite shows? Because they took a chance and did something that some other shows don't do anymore, and it's kind of sad. I will say, besides Neville, Jeannie Young, doing that whole thing, like her, like I was like, okay, I am not in the hospital room, but I feel like I'm in the hospital room. I'm invested, and like you said, Matthew, with Emma, whether you like her or you hate her or you hate the love or love the hater, she's somebody who plays this game very well, and she knows how to play up against Gunner. She's not taking a lot any crap from Andrew, and you can tell that she loves and she cares for Colin.
Oh my God!
And Alex.
Wait a minute, Forever, and then or a nay. What I would love to see happen, even though this is not a James E. Riley, you never know. This is what I would love to see happen. Probably won't happen, but she fakes her death, and then she starts to stalk Gooner and making him go crazy, and admitting the truth about Colin. That would be amazing. Is that a Forever or nay, or like is that a you have to tune in tomorrow?
Was that a Guy in Light plot? I think that was a Guy in Light plot.
It probably was.
No, that wasn't when they did the that god awful Miriam Crane story or whatever.
No, it was when Annie. It was when Annie Dutton came back.
That's right. Yeah.
As Terry DeMarco.
Yeah.
As Signe Coleman.
No. Well, I see you doing that. But let me tell you, even though I want to say, she had some pretty big shoes to fill, but the character was still there. You know what I mean? They still had.
Yeah.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I didn't say I didn't love Signe. I do. You know, I love.
Of course,
Signe. I grew up with Signe. You know, as blind hope. Yeah, I'm like, how did she raise that 6-year-old boy, Adam, you know, who was going nuts out of his mind and
I
think
killing
cows.
They needed somebody more, I guess, who's played bad vixenous scheming characters.
I think she did good as Terry, but when it was revealed that she was Annie, I think again, you fast forward 2 years ago when we found out Billy Miller was playing Jason. Mm-hmm. It was like, interesting to see how they will play this. But back to Forever and a Day.
Of course, we can talk about this forever.
We can talk about this like all the time.
I do want to say
we will find out what happens tomorrow.
Yeah, we have to tune in tomorrow.
Eastern Standard Time. Where can they find Forever and a Day? Please tell us.
Yes, Forever and a Day. I mean, we're on all your favorite podcast streaming services. You can visit our website, faadseries.com. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at FAAD Podcast.
And JLJ Media.
Exactly. JLJ Media, baby.
Well, yeah, honey, you just look up Forever and a Day, and you're going to see James's cute little face.
Exactly. So, Casey, where can... Oh, Candice, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, and out now on Amazon.com is the Forever and a Day book series.
Of course.
There's 2 new books that came out featuring Lenore and Danielle. It's really short stories. It's about 10 to 15 minutes, but find out what's going on with your favorite characters from Forever and a Day, which is on JLJ Media and all streaming services. Take it away, Casey and Matthew.
This portion of JLJ Media is sponsored by Candice Mack.
And next, The Edge of Night in color over most of these JLJ Media stations.
Oh my gosh. Casey, where can everybody find you on your social medias?
Yeah, at Casey S. Hutch. And you can also find me. I do host a panel daytime talk show at the chat_podcast. We're back Tuesday. So yeah, you can find me there as well.
Candice, where can everybody find you?
You guys can find me at CandyMac82 on Instagram, at CandyPoo on Twitter. And guys, I know you guys have been asking at daytime today. We're taking a little break, but we're still going to be putting out some content. So make sure you follow us on all streaming services as well. Just check us out. But all social media platforms. And Matthew, where can they find you?
I don't know, my apartment.
All right.
At 35-year-old grandpa.
At 35-year-old grandpa NYC. No, my Twitter, and my Instagram is at mprestonnyc. You can also find me on my website, matthewpreston.me, which gives you a link to Forever and a Day. I know it's up there because I put it up there myself after a couple of months later because I'm lazy like that. However,
again, original cast member. I'm just saying.
That is
exactly.
And you can catch me next week along with another guest from Forever and a Day for the Forever and a Day after show. I think my co-host Candice Mack, you were always so much fun to talk with. Thank you for coming by.
Oh, you too, buddy. And Casey, we say this all the time. We wouldn't be here without your vision. So hats off, kudos to you for keeping up the game.
Oh,
and
please stop.
Okay,
like, no, go on.
Oh, Gooner.
and to you guys who are watching and listening to Forever and a Day podcast, we thank you so much on behalf of the cast and the crew and JLJ Media. We thank you. Over 5,000 downloads. Like, seriously. Like, and you guys, Monday is the beginning. Pay very close attention to every little detail, because you think you know what's going to happen. Oh, no, you don't. So make sure you come back Monday, 3 p.m., Friday, 3 p.m. on JLJ Media. and here on YouTube with Matthew. Jerome Anthony will be back and somebody else from the cast. Who knows who it could be for the Forever Today after show. You guys stay blessed, stay well, and we'll talk to you later.
Mwah.
Bye.